turn your phones to silent, cause it's episode 60 of The Blade Job. Welcome, everybody. My name is High Voltage Scott Perkins. This gross fuck sitting across from me is...
You can say my real name.
Ryan...
Also known as JRT.
I can't pronounce your last name.
I don't have a last name.
Oh.
I was born in a cave.
In a cave.
Hold on, so you're going by your first name?
I was raised by wolves. Wolves don't have last names.
Oh, okay.
There's not like a clan name? Like they don't have like a pack name?
Yeah.
Are you like Pack 108 or something like that?
I'm not a Boy Scout.
Oh,
I
okay.
was, though,
right.
and we were 109. Thank you very much.
That was close.
Yeah.
And John Olin's here,
Yeah,
too.
John,
sure.
always late.
No, you were here before me. I was late.
You just forgot to tell anyone.
I just forgot, yeah.
I did get here at 9:17. I was like, I get here 10 minutes later than your usual 9:07.
Yeah. No, I got here at like 9:25. I had to get gas.
I have gas. I have
It
gas
took me
all day.
25 minutes to get gas and drive
It
across
happens.
town.
It happens.
Across the 1
People were driving
town.
like it was Sunday today.
Yeah. But it's Saturday.
Yeah.
And you know what that means?
It's for the boys.
You're fired. Where are we dropping, boys?
I've never said that before.
Yeah, don't.
So we made a shitty internet joke and then another shitty internet game joke.
I enjoy watching a little Barstool now and then, but I don't get down with all of that.
I think
I don't either.
Barstool's fucking stupid.
Well, they have some decent articles.
Didn't
from
they
time
start
to
around
time.
here?
Yeah. And now they're like billionaires in New York.
Which is funny because, like, New Age Insiders started around here, too. They're still here.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't know?
Exactly.
You got it? It's like a new
You
age.
better
Yeah.
you
You
better
better listen to
call
them.
somebody.
It's like a new age outlaws. So this is episode 60 of The Blade Job. We've done...
The one and only.
This is the 60th...
Not Ricochet.
The 60th anniversary of The Blade Job.
60th anniversary.
And...
That's okay. For our 25th episode, we called it 25th Anniversary Spectacular.
yeah.
Oh, we've already done that?
Let's just change all our issue. Instead of like issue or episode numbers, we'll just be anniversaries.
Every week is an anniversary.
So technically, this is the
Celebrate
59th
good
anniversary.
times. Come on.
So WWE,
Who?
the World
Well,
Wrestling
hold on. No.
Intertwinement.
We should say, I'm going to say Twitter things real quick.
Oh, say Twitter
At the
thing.
Blade Job Show, at Blade Job JRT,
That's
at
you.
Blade Job Perkins,
That's
at
me.
Blade Job J. Olin,
That's Joe Nolan.
Joe Nolan, BladeJob.com,
At
At
Steel Trash
Steel
Can.
Trash Can, you
at
fucking
Steel Trash
dick.
Can. Hold on.
This whole episode
Hold
would
on.
sound like farts if it wasn't for him.
It's true.
Fucking dick.
Farts.
Oh, no, you burped. Never mind. It'd sound like both.
I call them butt coughs now, by the way. Yeah, I know. Just deal with that. Facebook.com/The Blade Job. Wherever you get your podcast needs, you can listen to us. Go on YouTube, subscribe, because I have one video up there.
Yep.
One video
One.
of gigging it.
And he's going to teach me how to do it today. And
Yeah,
then there
I'm
might
going to
be
teach you
one
how to use your
today.
phone.
Well, you got to set up a Google Drive
Yeah,
or
whatever.
a
We'll figure that
Dropbox
out.
or a...
There was
Top
one
hat.
more thing. Oh, yeah. Do you like watching wrestling?
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Do you like watching indie wrestling?
Yeah.
Then why don't you go on over to powerslam.tv and use the code BLADEJOB to get 30 days
30 days. That's like a month.
free.
That is a month.
For free.
I already did that.
That's technically
Okay.
more days than there is in February.
That's true.
You're getting a bonus.
Even if
Yeah.
it's a leap year, which I think next
Yeah.
year is.
Yeah. It's free.
You should leap on over to
30
powerslam.tv.
days.
Hey.
The worst promo ever made for a streaming service in all of history is right now.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Could be
you were
worse.
talking about WWE.
They did something that you love it when they do.
Fire everyone?
No.
Because they did that too.
Whatever.
Announced that Roman Reigns is coming back ahead of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, fuck surprising people. And I get it, your ratings are shit for Raw. But I would be more likely to watch Raw the next week if I heard that something crazy happened the week before. You gotta play the long con.
Exactly.
I wanna be there.
Not the Pokemans. So
The long con.
Roman is coming back to give us an update on what's going on, and I don't know about you, but I pretty much guarantee that this means that Roman will be in someone's corner at WrestleMania, probably Seth's.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
It's
Probably.
Don't rush him back. I didn't want to see him come back until
I wanted to
he
hear
was
his music
full on
hit,
healed.
and that's it.
Yep.
I did.
Dude, Royal Rumble, I'm telling you, it's fucking perfect spot. Bring him out at 30, and...
Or even, I know you're not a huge fan, but even like a replacement partner at Survivor Series, or...
Yeah, something like
know,
that. Something that's
he's like, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Holy shit, it's Roman Reigns.
I wouldn't even say anything. I would do it like they did a few years ago with the women's one, where like Natalya beat up Nikki Bella or some shit, and it was just like, I could be in the match.
Could you?
Well, no, that was Natalya.
Oh.
See, her voice sounds different from mine. It's like 9 octaves lower than mine.
Fact.
That's true.
I like Tyson Kidd. I miss him.
Yeah,
I do too.
I'm all about that action.
About.
You get it? Because she has a very deep voice. And she's from Canada.
So is
TJ Wilson.
Yeah.
Tyson Kidd. I couldn't think of his name the other day.
Speaking of, we'll start with part 1. Segue. TJ Perkins, gone.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
When was the last time he did?
I was sick of seeing him on TV anyways when he was on
only
TV.
won the CWC because Ibushi didn't want to sign.
Exactly.
Because he's rich and he wanted to hang out in Japan.
That's
Yep.
true.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
I feel good.
I have a tiny microphone in my hand, so...
It's true. I don't hate
Doesn't make
TJ
sense to
Perkins.
you guys.
He's really good in the ring. He's just like...
I just didn't like the character.
Well, I think that Vince also didn't know what to do with him. He's like, he's one of them millennials. Just make him do millennial stuff.
Give him a video game entrance.
Yeah, have him.
I
have
thought
him
that
dab.
was cool.
It was cool.
I really like.
I love his theme song, but as soon as he dabs in his entrance, I want to turn off my TV.
Yep. No, I thought his intro was cool. I was stoked that he won the Cruiserweight Classic. I'm glad that he won that, but
I still think,
You know.
if Ibushi didn't want to sign, especially, hindsight is 20/20, I guess, but having put the belt on Cedric Alexander or something like that, considering how good of a career he's had in WWE.
yeah,
And that's what people push for right away.
I don't know. I
Well, he was the only one who got a, sign this guy chant.
Yeah.
Like, he was the one that Triple H came out and just went, this guy?
Yeah.
That you want this guy? Are you ready?
Yeah.
That was my favorite. That was one of my favorite parts of the CWC was when they were chanting with him, because that wasn't planned. Triple H was just in gorilla and going, "Holy shit!
Yeah.
They like this guy. I'm gonna make an appearance."
Yeah.
Because the pop when Triple H came out and held up his hand was like, "This one."
Yeah.
Like I'd be surprised if they didn't go backstage right after that and Triple H just went, "You want to work for us?"
Yeah.
Like I bet it was on the spot of just, we're gonna get a contract signed up for you if you're interested.
Make sure your phone's with you.
Yeah.
and then he was in that awesome. Yeah, he was part of that awesome angle with Alicia Fox and Noam Dar. That was fun.
That was great. That was stupid and amazing.
That was fucking stupid. And then Sasha Banks got involved somehow.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Speaking of Cedric Alexander, his match with Mike Kanellis
Miracle
on
Mike.
205 this week was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was so good.
That's the thing about Mike Bennett is he's actually very good.
The only issue is he signed and then he relapsed immediately.
Yeah.
And that just put him on the shelf for so long. And now he's finally good again. He's finally kind of like conquered his demons. I think having a kid probably helped out a lot.
Yeah.
But they're kind of...
You okay over there?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I've had indigestion.
You've had mouth farts?
Yeah, butt coughs and mouth farts. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm down.
From my chest pubes all the way down to my ball fro.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is that from?
Step Brother.
That's right.
The old man's like, shut the fuck up.
He's so talented because he can run like a cruiserweight style, but he can also run like a main event heavyweight style. Like I don't actually hate the whole him taking her name angle. Like, it's hysterical to me.
I loved it when they debuted and JBL was just like,
what the fuck?
He took her last name. Like, he was genuinely confused, and it's like, oh, JBL.
Yeah.
You're so old
And their
fashioned.
theme song is
Simple-minded fuck.
I love their theme song.
It's
that
so
whole
good.
power ballad fucking
Yeah.
No,
that's amazing. The hearts and everything all
Yep.
around them.
It's awesome.
And Bennett's one of those weird performers that transitions back and forth between trunks and actual like tights, and it's really weird because one day he's wearing pants, one day he's not.
Yep. And people don't lose their minds like they do with Okada.
Well, Okada went from
Okada's
wearing
got some thighs apparently.
Well, and probably knee problems. Yeah, that's why most people go to pants so they can hide their gigantic fucking.
Which is funny because Jericho did reverse. He wore pants for 90% of his career, and then one day was like, fuck it, I'm gonna run into pants to the ring.
Yeah.
And as someone who's had a high-flying style for most of his career, he hasn't had many knee injuries. He hasn't had... Jericho's actually gotten away pretty unscathed in his, almost 30-year career.
Yep.
Like, good for him. Because even, like, the other greats, you look at Austin, you look at HBK, and, I mean, their careers pretty much ended due to injury.
Yeah. Yeah, and if Stone Cold and or HBK had the injury-free career that Jericho has had, I don't think it would be a close discussion at that point. But they did, and so it's a close discussion.
I mean, honestly, I still think
that Shawn Michaels is the best wrestler of all time.
HBK would be retired now, but I think HBK would have wrestled for another 5 years, maybe, if it weren't for injuries. Same thing with Austin.
And even still at the end of his career, HBK was still killing it. Like, he was still putting on classic matches.
But the problem was he was killing himself in the process.
Yep. And, as much as I would love to see Shawn Michaels, like, legitimately wrestle from
like
time to time,
one-on-one situation,
right. He could be retired, but in one of those positions where it's like
Triple H,
once or twice a year, right? Exactly, once or twice a year. You'll see him at WrestleMania. You'll see him on a random Raw in November. That's fine. I would love to see that, but Shawn has a terrible back and bad knees.
Yeah,
hence the chaps instead of the tights.
He looked good at Blood Money or whatever the fuck they were calling it.
I didn't watch it.
He looked good, but you could also tell that, like, the ring rust was there.
Yeah, I mean, the dude hasn't wrestled in 10 years.
Yeah, and I'd heard he'd only been training for like 6 months, and I'm sure it's like riding a bike for half these guys.
Right. Yeah. Especially a guy like Shawn Michaels who just...
And you're doing it with 3 other veterans.
Right. Yeah. And you think...
With 3 veterans that you fucking trust.
Yeah, Kane is the safest worker in the company.
Yeah. The Undertaker.
Undertaker can run a match against anyone and not have any
Triple
issues.
H, his best friend, who they've...
They know each other in and out. They've wrestled each other. They've wrestled with each other. They, I guarantee that 90% of their training was together, too, when they were running matches. Like, if Triple H had a match with... say...
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart. I'm sure...
Dude, their battle for the Intercontinental Championship in 1997 was awesome.
But like Michaels and Hunter were running spots together left and right.
Practicing shit.
Yeah.
God damn it. Fucking Owen.
Fucking Owen. Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
What the fuck?
He might not be in the Hall of Fame in Stanford, but he's in the Hall of Fame in our hearts.
Get it? Heart.
Oh, I didn't even mean... Yeah.
Anyways, what else do you got on your sheet over there? What the fuck were we talking about?
I drew a sick picture of a dick skateboarding.
Yeah.
And,
Is it Jay White skateboarding?
He is a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
Does Jay White know how to skateboard? Probably not.
Probably not. He's like, I'm from New Zealand. We can surf, snowboard, and skateboard all in the same day, but I do none of them because I'm bland as fuck.
That was a pretty good New Zealand accent.
Yeah, I know.
It felt very not Australian, very New Zealand. I like it.
Yeah, there's a fucking huge difference.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's a bunch of water.
Yeah.
It's not like a bunch of water. It's like a couple gallons, but...
Between the two of them? There's more than a couple gallons.
Yeah,
they call gallons different down there.
Oh, gallons.
Yeah.
Gallons.
Gallons.
Yeah.
Gallons. Fucking...
You know what's fucked is I can do a ton of accents, but the Irish one just, like, doesn't...
Irish is tough. It's a really
it shouldn't be.
Hard.
We don't say R's around here because of Irish immigrants.
Yeah.
You fucking potato-eating fucks.
Yeah. Which I just found out that most of the Irish people that came over here were slaves.
Not slaves, indentured servants.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, they were servants without pay.
Yes.
very much true.
But indentured servants can work their way out of servitude,
Right.
Yes.
whereas
Right.
slaves are slaves.
I mean, most of them didn't because the conditions were horrible. And yes, I can go on. I can do a whole show about that. But we won't because we're going to talk
I
about...
love potatoes.
Yeah, me too. I called my son a potato boy, and he goes, yes, I am. Because that fucking kid will eat potatoes like... You just put a million pounds and he'll just eat them.
Yeah.
All right.
Little bastard.
Anyways, what's next on the docket?
On the docket,
They fired Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger.
they released him.
'Cause
He
he
asked
asked
for
for it.
his release, and they granted it. He was FCW Tag Team Champions with a certain Cody Reynolds back in the day.
I believe I know him. I believe
You
he,
might know him as
the vice president,
of Stardust Incorporated.
Stardust
Yeah.
Incorporated, and AEW, the greatest T-shirt company of all time. I'm gonna keep making that joke just because people are starting to get annoyed with it. Because I don't know.
It's so accurate, though.
Right. I mean,
It's not a
I'm
joke, it's a
sure,
reality.
I am 99.999% sure that they are going to be a very good wrestling company.
Yes.
But I've never seen any of their
Yeah.
matches, and I've seen a billion of their T-shirts. So yes, they are a T-shirt company at this
Speaking of Stardust, Goldust took Goldust off his Twitter handle.
Everyone has
and Instagram.
everyone's
Yeah.
freaking out. Every single WWE wrestler has changed their shit to their real names.
No, I know. I don't know.
But people are like, "Oh my god, Goldust to AEW." It's like,
No,
Kevin
no,
Owens
I don't
to
think that's
AEW.
what's happening.
Well, hold on. How about Nia Jax? She must be going to AEW.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss is clearly
Alexa
going.
Bliss is going
Yeah.
to AEW. Roman Reigns is MIA, so we don't know about him yet. Maybe that's his announcement on Raw. He will be going to AEW.
I'm the big dog.
Now I'm the big dog of AEW.
I'm gonna go fight Pharaoh for the biggest dog of all time.
Yo, Roman versus Pharaoh would be a hell of a main event.
Oh man, that's how we find out that Marty's in there. He brings Winston, and he's like, "Hey,
Marty
it's on."
Jannetty?
No, Marty's girl.
Now, since Trash Can bought me that 6 Shawn Michaels action figure, I kind of want to find the Marty Jannetty one.
I'm sure you can find
There's
one.
a third party barbershop place that you can get
Really?
with a breakaway glass pane.
Yep.
And I want to get Marty Jannetty in that red shirt and fucking mom jeans, and then Shawn Michaels in a leather jacket, no shirt. Swoon.
With his cool 90s hair.
They call those mullets. It was a mullet.
No, that was more than a mullet because it was also teased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Fuck, Shawn Michaels is... Oh,
Yeah, fuck Shawn Michaels.
he's so good. He really is just, like, amazing.
So speaking of NXT guys who did really good in NXT...
Yeah, Shawn Michaels is in NXT. He's like... one
No,
of
I
the
was talking about
trainers.
Ty Dillinger.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and the other one.
zero. Sorry, that was mean.
So Raw... So first and foremost...
Turns out Ty Dillinger should have joined Sanity.
Probably.
You should have joined anything.
So
Spirit Squad?
Yeah.
Triple H, Shane McMahon,
Yes.
Stephanie McMahon, and Vincent Kennedy McMahon a couple months ago told us that we were going to be seeing new, fresh matchups. They then call up 4 NXT guys and put them on both Raw and SmackDown so we can see the same people over and over again.
They've done this twice now.
Yeah. So Raw had, God, I can't remember the matches at this point.
Raw had... I actually watched Raw this week.
It was Gargano and Ciampa
Versus
versus
DIY.
DIY, which was a really good match.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Not DIY.
Or,
Yeah.
Revival. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I was
DIY
like,
against Revival.
Wait a minute, guys.
DIY versus DIY in a DIY match for the DIY. Fuck it, I'm
Yeah.
done.
DI weight
Yeah.
championship.
The heavy
Yeah.
I weight championship.
Chipe?
Shape.
No, that was good. It was a callback to the NXT days.
And they had a fucking
They had a good
great
match.
feud
Yeah.
in NXT too. So
Yeah. So that ended up working out well. Bobby Lashley and fucking Leo Rush attacked Vincent Balor.
Vincent.
And he was just like, I'm the fucking champion, the Intercontinental Champion. And that was a decent one.
That was pretty good.
alright.
That was much better than my Becky Lynch one, which is the same accent.
Yeah.
And then Ricochet was like, oh, look at these flips.
I'm the one and only, and I have an 8 on my arm.
You know, it'd be cool if Ricochet and Finn Balor wrestled,
Yeah.
because then everybody would be like, oh, yeah, we don't need to see big guys anymore.
Speaking of Ricochet, did you see the Orange Cassidy match for Melrose got changed?
No.
Velveteen Dream.
So it's Velveteen Dream against Orange Cassidy?
Yeah.
Ricochet's still going to be there for autographs, but I think something might have happened. I don't know.
He was wearing a...
Maybe it's because he's main roster now.
Yeah.
I think I saw something recently where he was wearing a knee brace. So maybe they're like, we don't want you getting hurt at a fucking indie show.
Yeah.
In
a comedy match.
I don't know. If
Velveteen Dream.
Seth Rollins wrestled at Evolve, like, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'd be cool just seeing a fucking...
But
I went for the
main
Adam Cole
roster's
one.
not developmental. Developmental and Evolve can work together. I think Vince is fine with Triple H doing what he will with the developmental guys. He doesn't want them
Do whatever you want with them, pal.
Yeah, just don't fuck with
I
the
don't
main
care
roster.
about them yet.
Yeah.
They're all tiny. I don't like any of them.
So then we had Aleister Black versus Buzz.
He wrestled Almas, but that was
That was
on
on
Tuesday.
Smirkdown.
Smirkdorp?
Smirkdorp.
Fuck, I don't remember. Elias. He wrestled Elias.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
It was cool. However, let's go ahead one day to SmackDown,
Smirkdorp?
which A, is the better show in general.
Yes.
B, had the better NXT call-up matches. We had
I didn't watch
DIY versus The Bar, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Ricochet versus Eric Young.
Ty Dillinger.
Ricochet versus Eric Young,
Yeah.
which was really good.
It's like the first time we've seen Sanity in forever.
Yeah, and then Aleister Black versus Andrade, which was the rematch we all wanted, and it was...
Everybody's like, what star is Selena Vega on? It's like, she's on Andrade Cien Almas's.
She's on...
You fucking...
She's on the side that they pay her to play a role.
she's not married
and that
to him on TV.
when they get backstage, she touches his wiener. Like, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Maybe not backstage.
No, right in Gorilla. As soon as they get back to Gorilla, she just grabs him by the junk, goes, "This is mine!"
Maybe.
And Andrade's like, yo.
Maybe.
Andrade's like, I didn't want to touch his dick anyway.
Check out my sweet knee pads.
Knee pads. Aleister Black is one of the best performers on all of the WWE rosters.
Yeah, he'll kick people's fucking
He
faces
is someone
off.
that I did not... Not that I didn't like him when he first came. I just didn't understand the character, and now I am excited every time I see him.
He's just a pure striker.
Right.
Like, that's his... But the thing is, he's such a big dude for the most part. He's skinny, but he's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's kind of tall.
But he moves like a cruiserweight. He has
Weighs like a cruiser.
And
he
I
has
think-
striking like the best strikers that the companies have ever had.
Yeah.
Shane
The
McMahon.
fact that
Yeah.
kick, he's not looking when he hits them, and he never...
Well, that's what worries me about the main roster is everyone in NXT is still kind of working a pseudo indie style where they know when to be in position. Where the main roster, I feel like a lot of them have lost that ability to work on the fly.
Yeah.
And that's how Black works. Is they know when the Black Max is coming. They have to be in position, because it was the last time he whiffed it? Lars Sullivan, a guy who does not have that kind of background.
Yep.
It's nothing. It's really not even a jab at Lars Sullivan.
Is he still around?
I don't know, medical issues or something. I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on with him because he was supposed to face Cena at Mania apparently.
Yep.
Yeah, he had like a panic attack. And
Which is weird because he's done takeovers, so it wasn't the crowd. It could have just been the stress of debuting on the main roster
I wonder if he looked at comments beforehand.
and everyone talking about how fucking much of a racist asshole he was.
That and the fact that no one genuinely is behind him. You know what I mean? Like, it very much looked like they moved him up because they didn't know what to do with him in NXT.
Well, the thing is, I hate. Okay, so let's just get it out of the way now. They also released Hideo Itami, so that's 3 people. Black Friday came early, essentially.
Yeah.
So I hate to see people lose their job. I mean, that sucks.
But he asked for it too.
But at the same time, they do need to trim the fat right now. There are too many people on that roster.
The people they're letting go
are people that creative has nothing for them anyways.
Right, but who will also be fine wherever they go.
Correct.
Dillinger will probably go to AEW.
Yeah.
Because him and Cody have been buddies. They train together. They've come up in the business together.
Yeah.
They know each other. 90 days brings us right to Double or Nothing. I would not be surprised if Dillinger doesn't re-debut for AEW under his old, I don't even remember what his indie name was.
Sean something.
Yeah. I wouldn't be dead that, Kenta will probably go back to Noah or New Japan or something like that, because he's probably going to be like, well, I'm going to go back to Japan for a while and spend time with my family.
Right, and that's fine. He'll do fine. Like, I'm not
TJ Perkins, once again, sleeping in his car somewhere. He's probably going to live in fucking Brian Kendrick's house or something.
He'll probably be in season 2 of Uncharted Territory for Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might go back to the Indies. He might go back to Impact. He had a really good working relationship with them for years because he was the second or third Suicide. Maybe he'll go to Lucha. Maybe he'll just go to Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I mean,
their roster's pretty bare right now.
He didn't bother me as a wrestler. It's just the character.
The character was fucking stupid.
Exactly.
But luckily for him, he can retain his branding because it's his real name.
And
so he can...
do us all a favor and don't ever wear that weird jacket thing that you wear to the ring all the time ever again. Where
and don't
you look
dab.
like Sinister. Yeah, don't.
I mean, unless you want to go backstage and hit a dab. I mean, we can do that.
Yeah.
But no, don't do the fucking stupid thing.
I've never done dabs.
It's good.
I mean, I've done that.
I fucking hate you. Shut up.
This kid I used to work with would do that all the time. No big
Was he
deal."
12?
He was 19.
Even worse.
I don't know.
Anyways.
He was still a child.
So I mean, it's time that these were easy pickings for release, especially because 2 of them said, "Yo, we're out. We don't want to do it anymore here."
Yeah.
But you got to make the hard decision too, and there are a lot of quote unquote bigger name stars on the main roster that need to go right now.
Yep.
There's just too many fucking people, and NXT's getting overloaded too, so they need to move people up.
Right, and a month ago, 2 months ago, we were talking about, WWE's gobbling out all these stars. Now they are starting to trim the fat. Those people who,
they're recycling.
Right, the voids that losing guys like Warbeard Hansen and shit like that, those guys that are being released can now fill those gaps. It's like we may see TJ Perkins at a Beyond show, and that's totally fine.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you saw that in the I forget who the challenger is or the champion, I forget which, for the Chaotic Wrestling heavyweight title. It's JT Dunn versus, I don't remember, to be fair, special guest referee Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, I did see that.
He's going to be the guest referee.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's WWE is definitely
go to that.
opening up more to their indie partners, because I mean, Chaotic Wrestling isn't officially a WWE partner, but
that's
90% of their roster
all of their
trained
guys
at
came
fucking
from?
Yeah.
I mean, Sasha Banks, Warbeard, Triple H, John Cena. I think Shane and Vince trained there too.
Kofi
Mania.
Kofi Mania.
Dude, I'm all about Kofi Mania.
He's not going to win.
I know.
They will push him after Mania.
I tried so hard to get that shirt that they released last week just for a day.
Yeah,
Did you see
would.
that?
No.
It was the TLC Crazy Sexy Cool album cover, but it was
It's
the
a
New Day.
TND on it.
And it said Power of Positivity underneath.
I love it.
They were only selling it through Foot Locker for some
and
fucking
it sold
stupid
out
reason.
in large the day before. For some reason, they put it up the day before they said they were going to, and large was already sold out.
I didn't know Foot Locker was
Surprised
still a
extra
thing.
large wasn't sold out because
That was the second one to go.
I'm watching the 25th anniversary
You know what's funny?
of wrestling.
So they made 5 different shirts for different people.
Oh, real one.
Yeah, but we're laughing about that as we're sitting in a basement, fucking four kind of husky guys, fucking.
We're not drinking Mountain Dew and eating Doritos, though.
I'm
We're
drinking
good.
a
Well,
Rockstar.
no, we're not
That's
doing
true.
that because it's fucking 10 a.m.
What's your point?
Afternoon?
What?
Hell yeah, I'm switching to fucking Doritos and Mountain Dew. Dude, spicy nacho Doritos, code red in a fucking fat ass bowl, and you're
Yo,
going to
spicy
sit there
nachos.
and.
I don't remember
Delicious.
the last time I had Mountain Dew.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you tried the new Game Fuels yet?
I've seen the commercials for them.
See, that's what I love about Mountain Dew. They're just like fucking dorks. Yeah, what's up? We're just gonna give you fucking video game
They're
flavors.
resealable cans.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So when there's a pause in your WoW raid, you can go take a piss and you fucking fucking
exactly.
dorks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go play Anthem after this.
I don't know what that is, but you're still fucking dork.
Anyways,
I'm gonna go fucking pound some asphalt.
pounds mass.
No, asphalt. This is like a big crevice in my mother's driveway that I gotta just.
I'm gonna leave that one.
What? Because I have to do manual labor, you dicks.
Sure.
No, just all of the euphemisms that you used.
I didn't use any euphemisms. This is exactly
Pound,
what's happening.
Crevice.
Yup.
Mom.
Yep.
Aw.
Yep.
All true things. Bond, sand, and gravel. They're gonna hook it up with a truckload of fucking asphalt, and then I gotta get a tamper and tamp it down.
See, to me, everything you just said was like watching an episode of Letterkenny. It was like, I know these words are real, but I don't actually know what the fuck you're saying. And you said it in that same way, dude. Just like, yep, you just gotta do it. Oh, man. Anyways, what the fuck? So, TJP, Kenta, Kofi Mania.
Who else
Trimming
got
the
released?
fat.
Trimming the fat.
I mean, it's a smart move. They could technically just be like, look, we're going to keep the top guys and make it more of like instead of us stockpiling everyone that everybody likes in the indies, we're going to keep top talent and we're going to put on a high quality product.
Okay, so.
Because of the competitors.
No shit. We don't need Shayna Baszler. We don't need Lacey Evans. We don't need
Shayna
Bianca
Baszler
Belair.
Liberty Bell.
Starting to grow on me, though. She's getting way, way better. And now she's feuding with Mia Yim, sorry.
Oh, Mia Yim's very good.
And Mia Yim's calling her Sharon
Corbin.
No, Sharon Corbin.
Sharon Corbin. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
And it's hysterical.
Because they're both boring as fuck, and
Yeah.
like if they got rid of them, it'd just be like,
Shayna Baszler's a way better wrestler than Baron Corbin. So
dude, Baron Corbin.
hold on.
He's painful to watch.
hold on. Okay, so let's say obviously we're still gonna have Ciampa and probably Gargano in NXT. Like they're gonna still be there for a little bit. Let's say Ricochet, Black, Gargano, and Ciampa are all main roster now.
Yep.
Who replaces them? Obviously, Dream is kind of the replacement for Gargano because they put the North American title on him.
Yep.
But who on the NXT roster is going to be their next top guy? They don't have. If Ciampa leaves, Black and Gargano are gone. Ricochet's gone.
I think the next thing you do is you move Undisputed Era back into the main scene, and you prep
Put
them
every
to go.
single belt on them.
Yes.
and then move them back to go up.
You put every belt on them.
So
they
we're
dominate for a while, but then Matt Riddle, Dijak,
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee. Yep.
Well, see, Keith Lee, he's on NXT. He's wrestling regularly, but he hasn't really been put in a storyline. They're putting
He's in the Riddle storyline.
and Riddle's in the Lesnar storyline somehow.
Yeah,
Right,
because
and
he said he
that's-
wants to retire him.
That's fine because, like, it's an hour-long fucking show.
Yeah.
So you have 3 matches and a promo or 2. That's it.
Yep.
So not everybody can have
But the thing
tons
is,
of screen time.
like,
But now that they're
I want to point actually that out because I mentioned it on Wednesday. You have 3 matches in an hour,
yep.
and you managed to put on 3 awesome matches in an hour, whereas Raw
For the
can't
most
give
part,
you
yeah.
one
And I love
awesome
that
match
it-
in 3.
9 times out of 10, it starts with a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, the opening was just Black and Strong.
Yep.
Black and Strong. Here you go, and it was awesome.
Oh, I like my coffee. Just like I like my men.
I mean, did either of you watch NXT?
No.
Aleister Black, Roderick Strong was a fucking awesome match.
I
It
gotta
was
watch that.
They're both very good at wrestling.
So good. I mean, Dream and Gargano obviously amazing too.
Yeah, they're both very good at wrestling.
Mia Yim and Zaya,
Xylee.
yeah, the Chinese chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, super good. A couple.
They're both very good at
There were a
wrestling.
couple whiffs here and there, but I know that she's still kind of like learning the American style
Yeah.
a little bit. So I, definitely a pass there as she kind of gets reacclimated with,
She has the talent. She just needs to.
because she's like some like black belt in like 9 different martial arts or
Yeah.
something like that.
And she's cute as a button.
She's got a fan. She just fan dances and stuff.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
She's
yeah.
adorable.
I'm all about her. She was great in the
the Royal Rumble.
yeah. I was like, where the fuck was she just in?
I feel like Riddle and Keith Lee could get called up before Undisputed Era.
Well, right now NXT kind of needs, because Adam Cole is their main event star right now.
Right.
When it comes to names and talent, Adam Cole has to be the guy that they're going to be putting that belt on.
He's got to be the gatekeeper for a little while, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's the cool thing about NXT is you get
cohesive storylines, good wrestling.
Yes, you get cohesive storylines, and it's like this guy's the champion, and then he loses the belt and gets called up, and then that champion, loses the belt and gets called. It's just like,
yeah.
I don't want them to keep doing that though. I liked it when Black lost the belt, but then he stayed in NXT for a while.
Yeah,
not just the next night. Oh, boom, he's there.
Right, and I'm fine with that. And they, the fact that only a couple people have held the championship multiple times, like
Baszler, Joe,
Nakamura, and that
might be it.
Yeah, I think that's it. But it's like, that's cool. I like how they're starting to, 2-time fucking NXT champion.
I think that if NXT is going to be its own brand, I mean, it already is its own brand. It's more than developmental at this point.
Our third global brand.
They need to stop just calling people up willy-nilly. Yes, I use that term.
Yeah. Like Liberty Bell, she didn't win shit in NXT. Nobody liked her in NXT, and now nobody likes her on the main roster.
And now your gimmick is you're walking out and then
her gimmick. No, her gimmick is Chris Jericho fucking 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's boring.
Only she's
because Chris
not
Jericho
charismatic.
Yeah.
She's not a good wrestler.
And Chris Jericho would get a pop when he would come out because people were so excited Chris Jericho was back and then not say anything. He managed to turn himself heel where normally a guy like that cannot turn heel because people like him too much. And he got the crowd to boo him, especially putting him up against Punk, who was super over.
Yep.
It was perfect.
And the fact that they're pushing Liberty Bell, I'm just never going to call her anything.
No, we'll just call her Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's
that's
what you
not
are.
her name. Yes.
Liberty Bell is a better wrestler, and she's an actress.
Yeah, and she makes pies of rage.
Pie.
And she makes what?
That's one of the lines from season 2, when she's like, I've been in the kitchen all day baking pies. And then she's like, pies of rage. And she throws the girl over the...
Yo, Glow's awesome.
Glow is surprisingly well done. And Horatio Sands was in the new season.
Yeah. And Brodus.
I was super drunk one time,
with
and I tried to give him a high five.
His way.
But he was on TV.
Horatio, what the fuck?
I don't know. I was just really drunk, and he made a funny joke on Weekend Update. And I was
love
like,
Horatio.
I just picture the episode from like 10 years ago of Family Guy where Peter's trying to feed someone beans on the
through
TV.
the TV. Eat up. Yeah. I miss being able to drink. That was a good time.
I just wish that, like, with the women's roster, it's been the same 5 people in the top over and over again.
I like that they're pushing Mandy Rose up there.
Yes.
I think it's going to bring some fresh...
But it's almost like they push these other women like the Iconics and Mandy Rose and Liv Morgan and all these people. They push them to a ceiling, and then everybody else is above them. Like, you have Bayley, Sasha, Charlotte, Becky, who are above them, and you don't let anybody else move up into that spot.
Well, I think that's why they're doing they're doing with Lacey Evans, because they just want to push someone new. But I feel like you have so many women on
and
the
it's such a
undercard.
disrespect to the people that are already there who have been doing this. And
like, when was the last time Candice LeRae did anything on NXT?
They have completely mishandled her.
Yeah, she's Johnny Gargano's wife. Yeah. That's all she is. And she's probably one of the most talented women on the roster.
But you know what? If it's that she doesn't want to wrestle a lot, that's fine. But
I don't feel like there's many wrestlers who just be like, I don't really want to.
Right.
I don't feel like you go into that job going just, I don't really feel like it.
And that's why I'm not a wrestler.
Because you'd probably be like, they'd be like, oh, we want you to wrestle Brock Lesnar. And you're like, no.
Yeah. Speaking of that, so the Matt Riddle, like, wanting to retire Brock. I don't understand. He must have, like, a new PR person, because Riddle's Twitter games has been fantastic since he moved up. When Daniel Bryan came out with the new title, and Riddle was like, wait a minute, we can make the title out of whatever we want?
I think that's just Riddle.
He's like, what would I make mine out of? Yeah.
I think that's just Riddle. Well, because he doesn't have to promote himself anymore.
Right.
Because before, his Twitter account had to be 50-50, weird hippie shit, and hey, these are the shows I'm going to be at.
Right.
He doesn't have to do that anymore.
And he's doing whatever. He's doing exactly what Dream does, but he's not ending it with hashtag call me up or anything like that.
He's not stepping on people's toes.
Exactly.
But I just don't know what they're going to do with NXT right now. I mean, I think you're right that Undisputed is their best course of action right now.
Yeah.
Just skyrocket them to the main event of NXT. But okay, who's Adam Cole's opponent? who's feuding with him for the NXT championship.
Well, that's
Matt
what I
Riddle?
think. Yeah, I think
Riddle.
Dijak, Keith Lee.
See, once again, I think that they've slowly pushed Dijak, but I don't think that.
Fine, Dijak can feud with Dream and Roderick Strong.
They've already put on a hell of a match.
And then
Yeah,
War Raiders can fight Red Dragon. You know?
Which, did you know that Zelina Vega was their manager at one point in Ring of Honor?
I did not know
Oh,
that.
no.
Yeah.
I thought you meant in NXT. I was
No.
like, I don't.
In Ring of
recall
Honor,
that.
she was their for a week or a month or something like that. She was their valet, maybe you could call it. Yeah.
I think you run it like WCW NWO, where you have Riddle, Lee, Dijak, all those people representing NXT trying to push Undisputed Era out, and you just have Undisputed Era stay up there.
So with that being said, would WWE be foolish not to run an NXT Invasion angle for the next year after WrestleMania?
Yeah.
You start an angle that leads to next year's WrestleMania, where you have essentially Vince versus Triple H, maybe even Survivor Series, where it's Triple H trying to take over with his NXT army kind of thing.
That would make all the sense of the world, which tells me they're not going to do it. But Undisputed needs a lady on their roster. They need, and then you literally can hold every belt
From NXT.
from NXT.
This is going to be really unpopular, and I know obviously it won't happen, but Baszler would actually make sense for that.
Right, but she's part of that
The 4 horse
shitty fucking
persons of the apocalypse or something.
I mean, that one tall one actually looks like a horse.
She is.
What about
She's actually a broom.
Chelsea
Another
Green?
Family Guy joke. Chelsea Green could work.
They had the Brazilian girl who does some sort of karate. She's very small.
She probably does Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
That would make sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about, but that makes sense.
Yeah. No, but you're right, because then they could run the angle where they have all of the belts. You have two members. You have, Fish, and is Fish still hurt? Is
No.
he still rehabbing?
No, he just
No,
wrestled.
he's just old.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he is. He's in his 40s at this point.
He's 38, probably? He was 36.
Yeah, Fish
at
and Riley
Ghana.
is tag champs. Strong is North American. Cole is NXT. And then Lady A as fucking
And I think
Gibbons.
Chelsea Green would be a nice fit because she has that crazy gimmick.
I don't think that would work, because I feel like they would be like, yeah, we're undisputed. We're the best. And she'd be like, I love tacos. And they'd be like, all right then. That's cool too.
But I think the promos would be great watching Adam Cole try to
Rein her in.
or understand what the hell she's doing. Yeah. I think his character is perfect for that.
It's too bad that they it's not too bad because it's awesome for her, but it's too bad that Britt Baker signed with AEW.
Yeah.
Bring her in, and then you could do the couple angle.
What about
too.
Deanna?
Yeah, Deanna Purrazzo could work.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
They just
forgot she was in
they
NXT.
just signed Rachel Ellering and Karen Q. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're both performance center bound right now, but
Oh,
And then you just tie
Chris
Mia.
Statlander just had a tryout.
she's gonna be an extra. She didn't
Yeah.
get signed.
I mean,
And that would be awesome too, watching them once again trying to be like, yeah, we're undisputed. And she's like,
Oh, get the fuck out of here, Kofi.
yeah, the claw. And they go, all right, you fucking crazy
Hey,
bitch.
you fucking weirdo. Wait, R-Truth is U.S. champion?
yeah.
Not that you'd ever know, because he hasn't been on TV in 3 weeks.
No.
Same thing with Asuka. Asuka's first time back on since the Rumble was this past week.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. You're women's champion. Because, once again, this is the issue I have with Ronda. At this point, it's not her in-ring. Her promos still suck, but it's not her in-ring. It's not that she's not a draw. She's taking the spotlight away from the other women's champion, because there's so much focus on her match at WrestleMania that Asuka's just there, and she's getting fucking beaten by essentially what was a jobber the week before. What?
Yep.
It doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Asuka's one of the best female athletes, one of the best professional wrestlers on the planet.
She might be my favorite overall wrestler on the WWE roster right now.
She's got such a great character, because she's
Female
got that bubbly, giggly, happy-go-lucky, but then she gets in the ring and it's nobody's ready for her. She's a striker. She's a submission artist.
Tayanara Conti.
Sure.
Is that the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I agree that there should be a female member of Undisputed, maybe even 2. They win the WWE Women's Tag Championships, and then they prove that they are undisputed kind of thing. Apparently, they defended the titles at a house show, by the way. I don't know why they would make that their first title defense at a house show. I know it's like they do it all the time.
Who did they defend them against?
I have no idea. I don't care. I just think that this is... I feel like WWE is going to drop the ball with this really quickly.
Yep. It should have been, if you really wanted it to be what it was, it should have been, the last 2 teams should have been the Iconics and Sasha and Bayley.
I was fine with the way it ended.
I love Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose.
I do too. I
agree that Sasha and Bayley should be the first title holders.
They earned it.
They've been the
workhorses of the women's division for
Sasha,
4 years.
They're the type of wrestlers who throw the belt on either one of them. I think Bayley should have another run, a better run. But throw the titles on them. Don't throw the titles on them. Have them job. Like, it doesn't matter. They'll be happy to just
wrestle.
Right. They'll be happy to do whatever it takes to
make
the story make sense. However, I hope they wrestle Fire and Desire. You get it? Because, like, Sonya Deville, she's like, I'm going to fire punches in your fucking face. And then Mandy Rose is like, I'm pretty fucking hot.
And Corey Graves is like, I'm masturbating now.
I'm literally masturbating. Ew.
Oh, man. I'm just sick of the Iconics being eliminated first in everything. It's getting old.
Yeah.
Especially because Peyton Royce is amazing.
Yeah.
I think I really like the Iconics. I'm sure they will have a title run, but I think Fire and Desire will win it at WrestleMania. That'll be a match. You make my words.
I hope that when they do win it, they pull kind of like a Brock, like refuse to do it at certain places. Like, I just hope that that's what they do for them.
Why?
Because I think
that's
fits
the
them.
Stupidest fucking
I think it fits them.
Doesn't fit anybody. It's a fucking waste of time.
Bork Lobster.
Bjork Bergberg.
Yeah. What was the thing? You're holding your phone over the list. Nice.
Kofi Kingston.
World champ.
World
spelled
champ.
with an E. And
World,
a U.
And a U and an R.
Word champ.
World champ.
Kofi Mania.
It's like Coach Z from Homestar Runner.
So first and foremost, I think people need to understand that there is a 90% chance that Kofi is not going to win the title at Fastlane, and he is not going to defend it or win it or whatever at WrestleMania.
Unless Daniel Bryan is hiding an injury right now.
Just because I think that people seem to think that Vince has complete ADD, which he does. But when it comes to WrestleMania, a lot of this shit is planned months in advance.
Yep.
And to change, it's the whole reason Daniel Bryan has the title is because X amount of months ago they were deciding, well, you know, turn D-Bry heel. He's going to be the champion going into Mania, and we'll have the, you know, the reverse underdog babyface that he once was be the one going after him.
Yep.
Fine. Absolutely great. Kofi got over because Kofi is really good, and I'm a little annoyed that there are a lot of people who are like, yeah, Kofi's so good. He's the best. He should be champion. I mean, if you go back and listen to our show, we've been talking about how good Kofi is for a long time. Personally, I've been talking about how good Kofi is since ever.
Yep.
You know,
he's one of the guys that got me back into wrestling.
Yeah, the first time I ever saw him was in a 8-man ladder match for the Money in the Bank at a WrestleMania, probably 25.
Yeah.
And I know I talk about that one a lot, but that was like what didn't get me back into wrestling, but it
made
kept
you
me interested.
love wrestling again.
It made me interested in it, and I own it on DVD. And like before I got back into wrestling, I would watch it from time to time and just be like, "Yeah, wrestling's cool." But there was a spot where Mark Henry's setting up a ladder and he's just holding it, and Kofi runs up the ladder while Mark Henry's holding it, and he's like going for the briefcase, and that's the type of shit that he does. He's, Mark Henry is rather strong, and
he's the strongest man in the world.
Actually, I think Eddie Hall is technically
it was a Pete and
man.
Pete joke, but
yeah, I know, that was Artie.
Yeah, he's the strongest man.
Don't try to Pete and Pete.
Danny
me.
Tamborelli looks like shit these days.
Yeah, he just looks like an older version of Little Pete.
No, he's way fatter now.
He was like a 6-year-old with fucking multiple tattoos. He had Petunia, and then he had the giant ship on his back.
I never understood that. Even as a kid, I was like, I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to have tattoos.
Dude,
I forgot all about that.
Dude, I love that show. That's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Because it was such surrealist, fucked up humor.
Yeah, LL Cool J was on it. Fucking Iggy
Ladies
Pop
love
was
cool
on
jams.
it. Yep. Fucking
Anyways,
Todd.
going back to Kofi Mania.
Yeah, and no, Henry Rollins wasn't on it. Who else was on it? Michelle Trachtenberg was on that show.
Seth Rollins.
No.
Anyways,
Kofi Mania.
I'm honestly surprised
Kofi
Henry
Mania.
Rollins never wrestled.
because he's a jacked up meathead.
Yeah, like just punch you in the chest, fucking Henry Rollins. Listen to Misfits.
Wait.
I was never in them.
Tony Robbins.
No,
Tony Robbins.
Tony
Little?
Robbins. Hungry.
is Tony
Gazelle
Little the guy
Freestyle?
with the
Yeah.
ponytail?
Anyways,
Anyway,
Kofi Mania.
Kofi Mania. It like every year at the Royal Rumble, he does a dumb spot, and
But it's neat and it's fun.
It's neat and it's fun, but but now other wrestlers are starting to do it, like Naomi, and then
Yeah.
Ricochet's new girlfriend there,
Stacey,
that
whatever her
tiny
name is.
one.
Casey. Racist.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Ninja Warrior. It's all about the
Yeah.
size to power ratio, power to weight ratio, and
Yeah.
she's full of it.
She's a Capuchin monkey.
Yeah, she bench presses fucking Ricochet.
Yeah, she bench presses Ricochet, but she weighs a quarter of what he weighs.
Yeah.
And Ricochet's not even that heavy. Like, I don't think she weighs over 100 pounds, but that's how you win Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Like, Brock Lesnar could never do it, even though he's very strong.
He would just break
weighs
the
too
set.
much. Yeah. Just fucking run through shit. But what was I saying? Kofi Kingston. It's good. Like, I like seeing him in a one-on-one match, which you don't see very often because of the New Day.
New Day?
Which the New Day is still one of the best things that WWE has going.
Yep.
And people,
Because it's simultaneously entertaining and goofy, but they're all three of them
Yeah.
are really good.
like Xavier Woods is better than most, and he's the worst one on
Yeah.
that team. Like,
Yeah.
and that's not saying anything against him.
right. It's just the other two guys are fucking really fucking good.
He's also Xavier Woods from WWE standpoint is they let him do so much of his own stuff outside of WWE because it's really good publicity for them.
Yeah.
Like they let him go to comic book conventions, they let him go to gaming
They let him
conventions.
fight Kenny Omega in Street Fighter.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
that was that if Vince said no, you cannot do this, he wouldn't have done it.
Right.
So that means that WWE management said, okay, you can do a thing. Don't say Xavier Woods. Don't use the copywritten WWE stuff, but go ahead and do it.
Yeah, and everybody knows who he is, and it's one of those things like if
He was on Epic Mealtime.
I feel, I love that.
It was great.
I feel like if New Day broke up tomorrow, Xavier Woods wouldn't really do much more in WWE. But Big E and Kofi would be fine.
I think the breakup's going to be Woods and Big E breaking up with Kofi.
Yeah. And
Make him more of the underdog.
that's going to be sad.
I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's going to happen,
It's going to happen when the money dries up.
Xavier's Twitter handle right now is Kofi Mania.
Yeah, because
I
they're
think-
like
Yeah.
super
Personally,
boys.
what's going to happen is I think that Kofi is going to lose at Fastlane. He's probably going to be involved in something at WrestleMania because they're not going to let his momentum dry up. It's not going to be until after WrestleMania. What I think is going to happen...
He'll win the title at Backlash.
I'm wondering if Big
No.
E's going to be the one to split.
Kofi is going to end up on Raw. The Woods and
Big E.
Big E are going to be on SmackDown. Kofi's going to challenge for the IC title. It's going to be Kofi and Balor. That's what I feel in my heart of hearts because that's a good way to build him momentum before you eventually put him in a main event spot. The U.S. title is worthless at this point. It's been worthless for a long time. The last time that the U.S. title really meant something was when Cena was U.S. champion.
Yeah.
When he started the Open Challenge.
Yep.
Because Rollins had it for a little bit, but it was just an extension of what Cena was doing.
Jericho and fucking Kevin Owens had it.
They didn't do anything with it, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They didn't elevate it in any way.
Kevin Owens wore suits.
Kevin Owens did some stuff with it, but not to the level of
But
Cena.
he only held it for, what, a couple months, if that?
Yeah.
There was nothing memorable about his title run.
I honestly think Cesaro holding it brought it back up, and then in between Cesaro and Cena, there was nothing.
Yeah,
You had it on Dean Ambrose for what?
Rusev, like,
3
you know
years?
my feeling on Rusev. I don't like him, but when Rusev had the U.S. title, that initial run, the one that Cena won it off of him from,
The flag match or
he
whatever.
didn't do anything. Nobody gave a shit.
No.
It was dead silence when it wasn't even boos. It was just like, oh my God, it's this
And
guy.
you know what? It's fine if it's like that's why I think Cesaro was such the right person for that job, because you want Vince. Vince is going to have that anti-American European person anyways. But you had Rusev, who was a different style than everybody else, didn't wear shoes, and was playing that negative European role. Like, I think it was too much.
That negative
difference.
European role is fucking...
Foreign good, America bad.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
That's so fucking boring.
Yeah,
Like that, but that's why I think Cesaro did it right. Like, the superior champion for an inferior country was at least he had something to go behind in it.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever been to Switzerland?
No. Have you?
Yeah. It sucks.
I was in an
It's
airport
so
in Zurich
neutral
one
on it?
time.
No, it's so inconvenient. Because there's an actual border. They fucking make you check your passport. They have their own money and their own fucking, like, outlet.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. They're just very inconvenient.
Okay. I don't understand the point of the story.
Like in Europe, you go and you're like, oh, here's...
Well, no,
one
I
outlet.
understand that, but what?
It's just inconvenient.
Oh.
Okay. This conversation was inconvenient.
Hey, man, you asked about it, not me.
I didn't ask about shit. I was playing on my phone.
Oh, I don't know how that got brought up. Switzerland sucks.
You just you're like,
you
yeah,
ever been to
Switzerland,
Switzerland?
man.
Yeah, I stayed at a train station that these kids just like broke into and made it their house. It's pretty
All right,
cool.
then. So Kofi will get his push. It won't be until after Mania. If they really do pull the trigger now and have him win at Backlash, he's gonna lose at Mania.
Fastlane?
Yeah, that's the one. No, I'm thinking about
Backrash is after.
Yeah.
No, I think something else is after.
Backlash used to be the one after.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't fucking matter.
Revenge,
Yeah.
Balls of Fury.
Balls of Fury.
God,
Oh, that was a movie. That was an okay movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was great. Balls
That was
of
written by
Fire.
Dangle from Reno.
Yeah. And he was in it.
So, yeah, Kofi's not. And I think that it's time.
For Terry Crews to make his WWE debut.
Oh, yeah.
It's not time to end the brand split, but it's time to end the title split.
Yes.
The titles should
Yep.
be defended on both shows.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope they start doing that with the women's tag team belts.
Universal title goes away. WWE Championship. U.S. title goes away. Or no, you could have a mid-card title on both. Actually, U.S. title goes away. Bring back, or
European Championship.
yeah, replace it with the European or
TV title.
TV title, or make the Cruiserweight title more of a main brand title. Merge the tag titles. Just have one world tag title again.
Yep.
You have the women's tag titles, and just those wrestlers go back and forth. Because I mean, even during the initial brand split, like there were people that would just kind of cross over and do their own thing. Like even if you go back to the original, like just Raw and SmackDown, SmackDown had one roster, Raw had its own roster, but then your main event stars were kind of on both.
Right.
Yeah,
It makes the most sense.
I'm totally fine with that. Like, Rusev mainly, like,
Is on SmackDown.
95 matches out of 100, he's going to be on SmackDown. But every once in a while, he'll pop up on Raw and just be like, I'm Rusev.
Bulgaria is very good.
Machkas.
Which just means I get more Miz time.
No.
No, Miz is canceled.
Which, congratulations to Miz and Maurice, by the way.
Fuck you. I want you to edit all of that out.
I mean, good for him for,
He still got it. And we
doing
get
the
season 2 of
hibbity-dibbity
Miz and
with
Mrs.
the Misses.
just like a long string of ring bells whenever John Olin is talking about the Miz.
Ding, 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 ding. Pokemon.
Go. I don't know. I just the brand split is neat, and I like the brand split for the most part. But the brand split would be a lot more successful if one of the champions was, there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Not having a champion on Raw really cheapens the whole brand split, because the only title that people are looking at is the WWE Championship, because the only one's ever fucking defended.
And now it's made out of fucking grass and rocks.
The
And
World
maybe-
Heavyweight Championship, yeah.
Having only one decent match on Raw 9 times out of 10.
It's weird because Raw does have good matches, but you can't even enjoy them. A, because they give you a 10-minute backstage promo and then 5 minutes of a match and then a commercial. It's like, no. Give us a 5-minute backstage, then do the commercial, then give us the match.
Yeah. And there's only 2 guys, like Finn and Elias, I think are the only 2 on Raw that I genuinely care about. Like, that are going to make me turn on the TV.
Well, I mean, I'm not even talking about care about. I'm talking about good matches. You got
Right.
Finn, you've got Elias, you've got Seth. Like, I like Braun for the big guy, for just having the guy who just crushes people and throws people around.
You need that.
I think
Yeah,
it's
you
too
absolutely
many
need
big
that.
guys on Raw.
I think Baron Corbin should go away.
Uh-huh.
WWE has come to terms with the release of whoever the fuck Baron Corbin
the 3
really
of them.
is.
Can we just get rid of the 3 of them?
He does that stupid little
Wait, you want to get rid of Drew McIntyre?
I don't want to get rid of Drew McIntyre. I just wish they would do something with him other than, hey, let's put him with the other 2 guys that no one likes. This weird limbo thing where you're pushing him and pulling him off.
But like, to think that they should get rid of Drew McIntyre is not a good idea. He's going to be the main event of Raw when they eventually get rid of Brock Lesnar.
I just don't know if he has it.
Oh, he absolutely does.
He does athletically.
He does.
I don't know if his mic skills are.
Oh God, yeah, he is. Drew McIntyre might be the next huge main event star.
How mad are English people going to be that there's a Scottish WWE champion before an English WWE champion?
Has there never been an English WWE champion? Wow. William Regal was never champ?
No. Highest he's ever been is IC.
IC, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Bulldog won the IC. Plenty of guys have won the mid-card titles, but no English wrestler.
we've had an Irish world champion.
Yep.
And now we could have a Scottish world champion.
Oh, the English would be so
A lot of
mad.
Samoan world champions.
Yeah,
Lots of those.
Couple few.
Japanese world champion?
Nay.
Nakamura? Was he ever?
Remember he just kicked AJ Styles in the balls for 6 months?
Yeah, he never won. He hasn't won it yet.
Yeah, he didn't. I can't remember because they had 14 matches.
Yeah. We've had a Mexican world champion.
Yeah. Well, who?
Ray, right?
Oh, yeah. Ray was.
Yeah,
no,
well-
he's from San Diego.
Oh, all right.
And
Yeah.
Eddie's from Texas.
What about Alberto?
Del Rio is Mexican, so there we go.
Ugh. Is he wrestling anywhere, or have people just
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
gotten sick of his shit?
He's got
and they
that
were just
restaurant.
ugh.
He
He
probably
still
just went
even has
down to
it.
Mexico.
Never mind.
Well, because he legitimately is loaded.
Yeah.
He doesn't need this shit.
Yeah.
He just needs to power fuck Paige and then beat the shit out of her and then somehow not ruin his career.
I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
He
Oh,
started a restaurant.
You guys
didn't he?
talked about Taco Bell.
You gonna get some Taco Bell?
Yeah.
They deliver it. Grubhub is free
I'll get
right
some
now.
KFC.
No, I'm gonna get Taco Bell.
Yeah. Anyways, so
That's
That's-
episode 60. And 9 more. We're just gonna giggle for an hour. Because we're 12.
yeah.
Enjoy your week, guys. We'll talk to you on the Twitter.
Yeah, enjoy your weed.
Bye, guys.
Laters.
Drugs.
Congrats to The Miz.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, cut it before that.
Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 4,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 110 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.